Hi yogis, welcome to class. I am Emily. Today's class is all about the Sacral Chakra, which is associated with our creativity, inspiration, relationships, sensuality and sexuality. The chakra is located just underneath your navel, but in the center of your body, and the color is orange. So in today's class we'll be working on strengthening and opening up into the hip area. And we'll also try to tap into our creativity on our mat and try to open up for exploration and curiosity. And you might need a couple of blocks, so just have them handy for the future. And we're going to start off with letting the soles of our feet meet. Just place your feet at any distance from your hip area that you find comfortable. Really wiggle down through your sitting bones, lifting your chest high, close down your eyes. Feel your knees get heavy. Just start to soften. Taking a moment to just land on your mat. In this very moment. Start to observe your breath. And just notice where in your body that you can feel your breath. Notice how your breath moves your body. The inhales and the exhales. Let your inhales build length from your sitting bones that are grounding down to the crown of your head that is lifting up towards the ceiling. And let your exhales start to activate your Uddiyana Bandha, your lower part of your belly, and lifting your pelvic floor. Lifting your navel up towards the spine. See if you can make your inhales and exhales equal in length. One more deep breath. Let your next inhale open your eyes. And then start to just flap your knees. Maybe you want to wiggle down even more through your sitting bones. But flap your knees and see how that feels in your hip area, how that might open up. I love these kind of micro movements. Sometimes I prefer to just move around a little bit compared to just being still and just being in a more stretched position. It's nice to sometimes wiggle it out and see and kind of explore how that feels. And come to stillness. Lean back onto your hands and place your palms on your mat. Your fingers are pointing down towards your body. Soles of the feet to the mat. Lift your right foot off. Flex the right foot and place your right ankle onto your left thigh. Squeeze your core and inhale. Lift your hips up towards the ceiling. Lift your gaze. Firmly press down through your left foot. Press your right knee down towards the floor. One more inhale. Lift even higher. Exhale. Lower the hips. And from here, come high up onto your fingertips. And see if you can move your left foot even closer into your butt. Lift your chest, kind of pressing your chest in towards your right calf. Press the right knee away from the body. Really feel your hip opening up. It might be intense. If it's too intense, you just back off, lean back. And lean back. Switch out the legs. Right foot to the mat. Flex the left foot. Left foot to the ankle. Inhale and exhale. Lift the hip up. Press the left knee down. Press your chest up between your shoulders. Lift your gaze. Squeeze your core. Press down through your right foot. Inhale. Exhale. Come down. Up to your fingertips. Right foot slides in. Lift the chest. Press the left knee away from the body. And really lean into your left calf. Feels good. Wiggle it out if you need to. Always do whatever, if you wanted to take any wiggles to see if you can find some new areas, some new sensations in your body, feel free to do that. Inhale and exhale, let it go. The next exercise, come to the long side of your mat, because you're going to like flip the knees from side to side. So in order not to end up outside the mat, it's quite good to do it from this side. Same position, hands behind you, fingers pointing towards your body, and just let your knees drop to the right and over to the left. And really work into your hip. So you try to lift your hip when you're like dropping the knees, working into the hip area. Stay to the right, come forward, and see how you can adjust your knees and your legs in order to lift your hips up. You can keep like a help with your fingertips, but maybe you can let your hands go, come up, sit back down. From here, just same movement, turn your knees over to the left side, see if you can come up. Once again, let your fingers help you if you need to. Down, squeeze the core. Core is super active of lifting you up, down. This is a great mobility exercise for your hips, also engaging your core. Once more to the right, and once more to the left. You just need to get the distance right between your knees, your feet, and your hips. Well done. Let's come to all fours for a short cat and cow warm-up. So hands underneath your shoulders, index fingers pointing forward. Your knees are underneath your hips. You can tuck your toes for this one. Inhale, drop your belly to the floor, lift your chest in between your shoulders, squeeze between the shoulder blades, and at the same time, sit back towards your heels. Lift the gaze forward. Exhale, rounding forward. Into cat, pressing up between the shoulder blades. Inhale, sit back. Exhale, forward. Inhale, back. Exhale, forward. Once more. Inhale, lift the tail. Exhale, rounding forward. Once more, inhale, sit back. This exhale, just lift your hips up and back into our first downward facing dog. Adjust your stance if you need to. Start pedaling into your heels, bending one knee at a time, maybe shifting the weight forward. Do whatever you feel like in order to warm up your body. I love to sway my hips from side to side. And then finally, come to stillness in downward facing dog. Lift your hips super high, press firmly down through your hands, really finding a length and a line between your hands and your hips, drawing your navel firmly up towards your spine. Next, inhale, come high up onto your toes, gaze in towards your navel, press the mat away, really round your spine and roll forward into high plank. Exhale, drop your belly down, bend into the knees, gaze forward, lift your hips, and glide it back, downward facing dog. Two more like that. Inhale, wave it forward. And exhale to glide it back. Inhale, wave forward. Exhale to glide it back. Just stay in downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale to settle down. Inhale, come high up onto your toes. Lift your right foot up off the mat and just cross it over to the left side. We're going to crisscross walk to the top of the mat. So left foot crosses to the right side of the mat. Squeeze your core like firmly. Really pretend that your lower core is drawing your feet, your legs up. And then just land with your feet hip width apart at the top of the mat. Heel toe your feet a tiny bit wider. Lower down into Malasana. Lifting your chest, hands in front of your heart. Let your elbows just firmly press your knees a little bit further apart. Move your blocks away if they are in the way. Place your right fingertips to the mat and inhale. Sweep your left arm up, gaze up towards your left fingertips, lifting your chest even higher. Exhale, back to center. Left fingertips to the floor, inhale, right arm sweeps up, gaze follows. Exhale, back to center. Keep buoyancy in your hips, once more each side. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale to center. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale to center. Inhale, lift the chest high. Exhale, fingertips to the mat. And just heel toe your feet back to hip width apart, folding forward. Lean into your toes, lift your sitting bones high. Maybe wiggle it out, see if you can find length at the back side of your body. Next, inhale, sweep your arms all the way up into chair pose, but lean into your right foot and bring your left foot up. Flex the foot and place it at the figure 4 onto your right thigh. Sink deep, lift the chest forward, tuck the tail slightly, press firmly down through your right foot. Inhale, stay for the exhale. Inhale, lift your left foot off the right thigh, sweep it around behind you and just let it slide on the floor out towards the right side, bending deeply into your right knee. Maybe keep the left foot lifted for even more challenge of your balance and your leg. Inhale, stay for the exhale, sink deeper. Next, inhale, left foot sweeps all the way back into a warrior 3 position, flexing your left foot, hands in front of your heart. Inhale, lift your left foot even higher, really standing tall from your crown of your head to the sole of your left foot. Inhale, exhale, bend into your right knee, left foot lands far behind you, sink it deep down. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, settle it down. Sink your hips. Here, this is where your blocks can come in handy. So if you find that your hamstrings are just slightly tight, place your blocks or your books or whatever you have on one each side of the mat. Inhale, sinking your hips, fingertips to blocks or to the mat, lifting your chest forward. Exhale, straighten into your right leg, into pyramid pose, modified pyramid with your back heel lifted, folding over your front leg. Once more like that. Inhale, sink deep. Exhale to fold. Next, inhale, place your left palm to the mat, to the block. Right palm, arm sweeps up, gaze up. Exhale, right hand sweeps around the body, palm facing away from the body, and folding, still keeping your upper body over, folding over your right leg. Once more like that. Inhale, right arm sweeps up. Exhale, sweep around and fold. Once more, inhale, sweep up. For this one, you need to place your palm for stability onto the mat. Exhale, stay. Next, inhale, turn all your toes to the right side of the mat. Heel toe your right foot just closer to the center of the mat. Exhale, lower your hips down. Inhale to lift your hips up, sweeping your right arm up and over. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lifting it up. Work into the hips. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, lower once more. Inhale, lift it. Next exhale, lower all the way down. Turn your upper body to the back of the mat. Gonna sit all the way down to both of your sitting bones and adjusting your right foot so that your right toes are pointing down towards your left foot. Inhale, sweeping your left arm up, gaze up. Exhale, left arm grabs hold of your right knee. Lift the chest, right fingertips to the back, or actually the front of the mat. Exhale, but behind you. Exhale, finding a twist. Maybe gaze over your right shoulder. Squeeze your core for the twist. Next inhale brings you back. Just come out the way we came in. Just turning over to the right side of the mat. Stepping your right foot forward, lowering your left knee down. Once more, inhale, lift the chest. This time exhale, straightening into your right leg. Toes to the ceiling, lifting your chest to the front, sticking your sitting bones out to the back, and really start to work into your half split, or maybe using your blocks and start to work into your full split. You can do this in different ways, because when you do it like this and you keep the front knee bent, you're going to be working into the hip flexors on your left side. If you start to work with the right leg straight, you're going to put more effort in working with your right hamstring. So you can stay here. If you're feeling quite close, you can sit down onto a block and just work from there, see how that feels. Or you can just slide maybe all the way down. If you feel that your back hip starts to open up and that your feet is kind of turning out to the side instead of backwards, try to keep your toes tucked. This will help you just revolving the hip down towards the mat. Lift your chest. And no matter where you are, if you're in your half Hanuman, press firmly down through the right heel. It's the same here. I always like to wiggle a bit, see how that maybe wiggle into my hips. Feel the sensation that creates. Inhale, place the sole of your right foot to the mat, squeeze your core, come up to the toes of your left foot and see if you can bring your left leg all the way through and down. Setting it up for Navasana. Lift your chest, hands forward, palms facing. Inhale, lower down, low boat. We're going to lift up and draw our right knee in towards our chest. Inhale, lower, and left knee. Keep the extended leg super active. Right knee and left knee. Right knee, left knee. Right knee and left knee. Once more, right knee and left knee. And come down. Grab hold of the back of your thighs. And you just do a couple of rolls. Always nice. And then come all the way forward. Plant your palms. Step it back. Downward facing dog. No chaturangas today. Inhale high up onto your toes, gaze towards your navel, make that big roll, that wave to the top of the mat, or actually to high plank. Exhale, gliding it back. Inhale, rolling forward. Exhale to glide it back. Once more, inhale forward. And exhale, lift your hips, glide it back. Settle it down, one breath into your downward facing dog. Next, inhale, come high up onto your toes and just start to crisscross. You this time start with the left foot, crisscross it under, squeeze the lower part of your belly, lift your hips up, keep your legs as straight as you can. Come forward, 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 and just come to hip width with the feet. Folding in, heel toe your feet just a tiny bit wider, lowering the hips down, finding Malasana, Yogi squat, lift your chest, lift your hips, lift your pelvic floor, find this buoyancy. This time, right fingertips to the mat, inhale, sweep the left arm up, exhale back to center. Left fingertips down, sweep it up to the right, exhale to center. Once more each side, inhale and exhale. Inhale, work firmly into your hips, exhale. Inhale to lift the chest, exhale, folding forward, adjust your feet into hip width. Lean into your toes, press firmly down through your feet, lifting your sitting bones even higher. Press your upper body towards your thighs. Bend deeply into your knees. Sink the hips deep. Chair pose. Lean into the left foot. Lift your right leg off the mat. Flex the foot. Find a figure 4 with your right foot over your left thigh. Sink deep. Lift your chest. Whew. Don't fall. Tuck your tail slightly. Squeeze the core. Inhale. Lift the right foot off the thigh. Sweep it back and out towards the left. This time see if you wanted to slide onto the floor or maybe keep it lifted. This will really put some effort into your inner thigh of your right leg. Inhale. Exhale. Next inhale, right leg sweeps all the way back. Hands in front of your heart, flexing your right foot. Toes point down. Lifting your right leg even higher. Inhale. Exhale, bending your left knee deeply. And just letting your right toes find the mat far behind you. Make it one long big step. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, sink deep into your hips. Find your blocks if you need them. Inhale. Exhale, fingertips to the mat. Inhale, sink your hips even deeper, but lift your chest to the top of the mat. Exhale, straightening into your left leg. If you want more, you can flex the left foot. Modified pyramid. Once more. Inhale, lower and open. Exhale, straightening up. Next, inhale, right palm to the mat, left arm sweeps up. Inhale. Left arm comes around. Exhale to fold. Inhale once more. Left arm sweeps up. Exhale, folding over your left leg. Last one. Inhale, left leg sweeps up. Stay. Turn all your toes to the left. Heel to your left foot closer to the center of the mat. Sinking it down. Exhale. Inhale, lifting your hips, sweeping your left arm up and over. Exhale. Inhale to lift. Exhale. Inhale, lifting it even higher. Use your core. Really squeeze into that right side body. Lifting it up once more. Next exhale, lower all the way down. Sit down onto your sitting bones. Adjust so both of them are in touch with the mat. Adjust your left foot. Toes pointing down towards the right foot. Inhale, sweep your right arm up, gaze up, and just let your right arm grab hold of your left thigh. Inhale, create length, and exhale, rotate over to the left, maybe gazing out over your left shoulder. Let every inhale create even more length along your spine. And let the exhales drive you deeper into the rotation. One more inhale. And with the exhale, release. Come back the way we came in. Turning to the left, stepping your left foot forward. Lowering your right foot down. And finding your half Hanuman or full Hanuman, working in to your body, wherever you feel that you are today, whether this is maybe working into the hips, just play with it, see where you are today. If you feel that you want to sit down, use your blocks, and you can start working from there, seeing what that makes. Maybe you lift a knee, maybe you straighten into your front leg, maybe you lower your blocks down, or maybe the next time you lower your blocks down, or maybe you're all the way down, but your back foot is falling to the side. Tuck your toes, just squaring your hips to the top of the mat, lift your chest, or maybe pointing both of your toes. Or just being in your half Hanuman. As I said before, Wiggle into it, press down through the heel if you're in half Hanuman, and keep engagement in your front knee. One more breath here. And then place the sole of your left foot to the mat. Squeeze your core, stepping your right foot all the way through into our Navasana. Inhale, lowering down. Exhale, left knee draws in. Inhale to lower, right knee draws in. Inhale, left and right. Left, right. Keep the chest lifted. Really, squeeze to center all the time. We're going to go for one more to the left and one more right. Grab hold of the backs of your thighs and just do a couple of rolls. And for this one, we're actually going to stay down. So just let your rolls kind of end softly. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Flex your feet, soles of the feet to the ceiling. Grab hold of the outside edge of your feet. And then just start to, once again, wiggle your hips, wiggle your knees down towards your armpits. Maybe swaying from side to side, massaging your spine. And as you sway from side to side, maybe start to work into straightening one leg at a time, working into your hips. Try to keep the length along your spine and keep your tailbone pointing down towards the top of the mat. Release it now. And bring your knees together. Give your knees a squeeze. Inhale and exhale. Let your knees go. Straighten your legs out along the mat. Let your feet land hip width or mat width apart. Take one deep breath in and exhale out through the mouth. One inhale. Side out. One more inhale. Side out. Stay in Shavasana for as long as you please. Just take a moment to feel into all the sensation in your hips. Thank yourself for practicing today, for bringing your energy to the mat. I hope to see you soon again. Thank you for this class. Namaste.